Hello and welcome to Dixon Park for the game against Ballyclare Comrades and Harlington Wolf Welders. Tim, give me your thoughts on this season so far.
It's been a bit up and down, I suppose, but we're in a pretty decent position. If we could, our home form's been very, very good. But again, we lost a man during it, so which was a bit of an excuse there. But away from home, we just probably need to get our act together a wee bit more. But things are pretty promising. I think the fans are pretty happy the way things are going, and we've got a decent squad and a good management team. So I think we've confidence that we can maybe get in the top 6, maybe top 4, see what happens from there on.
I think it's been good. We were fortunate in that we were able to retain most of our squad from last year and add a couple to that, and I think they've all blended very well.
The season's been quite pleasing. We finished mid-table last season, and we're sitting 5th at the minute. And to be fair, our home form's been excellent, so it has, and we hope to continue that right up to Christmas. We'll have moved a lot of games at home because we've a new pitch coming along here after Christmas. So we want to build up as many points as we can here, and we've only lost one game at home, so hopefully we can continue that form, especially today, against the Welders.
I think we've done pretty well. Some weeks, we're playing really good football. We've been a wee bit unlucky, I think, with some decisions as well. Games we could have won that we've maybe come away with a point just. But overall, yeah, I think we're having a good season.
What's the journey been like for Ballyclare Comrades over the last few years?
Well, we've had a few bad times. A couple of seasons ago, we were down near the bottom, struggling to maybe stay in the league. Stephen came in, steadied his ship a bit, and then last season got us in the top half, which was probably more than, that's what his aim was, but it's probably more than a lot of fans expected. Again, we're going for top 6 this year. We look like we could get it. It's a very competitive league though, so you can't take anything for granted. I think one thing that has pleased the fans, I think, is the football that's been played. It's very entertaining, particularly here at Dixon Park. We very encourage people to come and watch it because it's really, really good. There's plenty of goals. Sometimes we'd rather maybe not concede so many, but there's usually lots of goals in our game.
The past few years, to be fair, it's been Stevie and Chris has come in, and they've built a good young squad. We're in the process of building, and we'll give them time to do that. Our young players, with having such a young squad, we're making there's wee mistakes, but you can forgive those mistakes because they are young and they're learning. But we'll bear the fruit of it in a year or two's time. If the players can stay loyal and we stick together, the club will do the business behind the scenes, and our aim is to be in the Premiership in 4 or 5 years at least, even before that, hopefully.
Well, we're a progressive club, that's for sure, and we've got a new chairman now in place, and our past chairman did a really good job, Trevor. And we're always looking to develop and progress and play really, really nice football. I think we've got more supporters coming now, and that's down to Niffle as well, and social media and everything is really, really good. So yeah, we're definitely progressing and we're going in the right direction.
Last few years on the pitch, we kind of are middle of the championship, but the club itself has had a tremendous expansion in the last 5 years. We now have over 40 boys and girls academy teams coming on, so we're a big club now.
Your thoughts on the coverage that the Championship has received so far this season?
The coverage has been excellent. Niffle's done a tremendous job to date. I know most of the clubs have been doing their own part, but Niffle itself, the social coverage, the network coverage, everything's been really good. I'm sure if you check all the hits and all the social media, it's been really, really good. And I, for one, have thought it's been tremendous, and it's been a great boost to the Championship. It's putting it out there, so it is.
Yeah, I think the Championship has really come on and has become more popular, and that is the awareness is out there and people are seeing a lot more of it. And the Premiership clubs kind of take the limelight, but when people get out and actually come to the game and see the standard of football, and it's really, really good. And yourselves and Niffle are doing such a good job in collaboration with Niffle and club social media now. It's so important, and every club is doing it. So yeah, it's fantastic for the Championship, and long may it continue and just grow and grow.
It's improving greatly from this sort of thing here. A lot of stuff Niffle's doing is really, really good. It's really good to see. It'll get more people through the gates. People will see the product, and even if it gets a few people in, it builds and builds, and word gets about. And then we've got the media teams throughout the league are improving. Ours is brilliant. We're really happy with our media team. They do a great job. So it's all very good for getting the product out there and showing how good it is. And Niffle's doing a really good job with that.
I think it's brilliant, and I certainly know that our attendance is up. But we work hard at it, you know. Zoe and Wayne and whatnot do quite a bit on TikTok and Twitter and Facebook and stuff, and it's all worked out. People are coming to see our games now.
They come out and watch the championship. They're really in for an entertainment afternoon. So they are. It really is good. So it is. I can say any highly about it. It is really good. Good football being played. So good pitches. The pitches aren't bad. And the crowd is up.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. The crowds have just doubled, trebled. So
James, you're the chairman here. Just tell us, why Ballyclare?
Why Ballyclare? Ballyclare's my town, born and bred. I was a supporter here. I used to jump over the fences here to watch the games. I played here. I captained a team. I managed the team for 9-10 years. Committee man. I'm a chairman now, so it's my club, it's my town. I love the place, and to be honest with you, I love the fans, everything about the place. I'll not be anywhere else but here, you know.
Well, I'm a Ballyclare girl. I'm born and bred Ballyclare. All my family are from Ballyclare, so yeah, went to school here, know everyone. So of course I'm going to support my local club.
I'm not originally from Ballyclare, but I came to live here, and some people asked me to come in and join the club and help them out. That was 25 years ago, and I can't find the exit door. I'm stuck here.
Well, probably. I'm not from Ballyclare. I actually live in Carrick, and I'm a Monkstown man. Newton Abbey is where I come from originally. I started coming to Comrades when my father retired. That would be like 35 years ago now. I had family in Ballyclare. My brother-in-law was on the committee, and I always had an interest, and I just started coming, and it got more and more and more. And I started coming to home games, and then started going away games, and then started to go all the friendlies, and I just snowballed, and then I went on to the committee, and it's just snowballed from there, and I wouldn't be without it. You know, it's the kind of situation where you try to work your holidays around games and try not to be away for matches, and you know, looking for a city break maybe, and going can avoid a Saturday, but sometimes it can't be avoided. But that's what I'm trying to do. You know, don't tell my wife that, but yeah.
I live in the town. The father took me to my first game in 1978. I stood up behind that goal.
Wow.
And I'm 54 now, and I love the place. I live down the street, and I just love the place. It's a great family club, and it's just I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Who's your favourite player that you've ever seen play here?
Ever seen play here? That's a difficult one. I like Eddie Hill. Eddie Hill was always very exciting to watch. Just like say mercurial's not maybe the word, because he was better than that. He produced on a regular basis. Just he was very hard to pin down, going down the wing, down through the middle. So probably a player to watch would be Eddie Hill. You know, there's been lots of good players throughout different, like Stuart McLean as a defensive midfielder was very hard to get past. Gary Bell is a player I saw a lot of. Wholehearted player, sent off a few times, but his heart was really with the club, and it still is with the club, even though he's still playing for Green Island. He was in the Steel Cup semi-final there a week ago. But those kind of players they had the heart with the club, and they're just exciting to watch. Of the current crop, there's with some really exciting players too, like Calvin McCurry and Darius Rue up front are great to watch, and they're hard for opposition defenders to deal with. We've got players at the back like Owen McConville, who are just very solid and great player. With great players in midfield too, like Liam and Gary Donnelly, Liam Hassan and Gary Donnelly, and just the squad. They're a good wholehearted squad of players now that we have, and they give their all. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's the way football is sometimes, you know.
That's a tough one. Our chairman, actually, James, he was a very, very good player. Eddie Hill, another super player. I grew up with him, same age as me. in our current squad, we've got Calvin McCurry and Darius Rui are doing really, really well. I'm going to have to say our chairman though, probably, because he'll kill me if I don't.
Oh, you'd have to go back to the days we were in the Irish League. There's some good players there, so there was. And Crawford McRae and Davy Rainey and Mark Picking, people like that, excellent players.
Oh, you put me in there now. Oh, I'm gonna probably fall out with a lot of players. As a manager, probably my favourite player would have been Eddie Hill. As a player here, it's hard. It's a hard one, but probably I've a lot of affection for Geordie Falloon. He was a flair player, so he's a good friend too.
That's a tricky one now. There's been a lot of good players through the books at Ballyclare. I would say our current chairman was good. James E. Kirk was good. He's a lot of miles down playing ways. Scored a lot of goals for the club. Billy Murray used to play for Linfield, played here, great player. Jerry Tabb. Dennis Rogers, centre half. You could talk, but I would say overall my best player watched the team down the years, I would say James E. Kirk.
It's nice whenever you're struggling to pick one, isn't it?
Well, he's a local lad, so he is. He's a loyal lad, and as I say, he's played for the club. He's been he's captained the club. He's managed the club to a league title, and now he's chairman. So he's went full circle.
Ballyclare through and through.
He's doing through Ballyclare through and through, like myself.
What's your favourite moment following the club, if you had to choose one?
Well, there's been a couple of promotions, but I think I was probably going way back. Maybe it was we beat Linfield, which was the first time we'd ever beat Linfield. I don't know the year of that now. It was maybe 1993 or something like that. It wasn't madly long after I'd started, getting everybody becoming a regular supporter. And I remember a big crowd here and just us winning the game. It was completely unexpected. I think Linfield had like a £40,000 player that had brought in from England playing that day, and just you never got a touch. We won the game. So, but there's been plenty of good moments since that too, But that just sticks in my mind because it's maybe one of my earlier memories of the club, So.
Well, we won the Ulster Cup here in the 90s, and that was our first and only senior trophy, as it were. So great memories of that day.
Favourite probably, well, it has to be. We won the Ulster Cup in 1997, and I was a player at the time. I think if you ask anybody around the club, it would be their favourite moment, following, playing, or whatever, And it was a first senior trophy, and only senior trophy Ballyclare's won. That was such a fantastic day here, And the fact it was playing, I loved it,
The 97 Ulster Cup winning team, it was fantastic. Jamesy played in it, and they were unbelievable. For a junior club back then, that was our first senior trophy. So it was, and I think we won 7 games and drew one the whole way through to win it, because it was played on a league basis. So it was, but it was absolutely fantastic. And we won it here against Dungannon the last game. So we did. Davy Rainey scored the winner. He played here as well, another great player. But I would say the Ulster Cup, winning the Ulster Cup in 1987.
What do you love about the Irish League?
Well, it's different product. Like earlier today, I was watching the first half of Man City, Liverpool, brilliant football, 2 great teams. But it's a different product. You're going to get closer to the players here. You get closer to the pitch. It's more. I think it's more real product. I don't want to criticise players from the Premiership because they're all great and they're doing a great job. But our players here are doing it for, not much remuneration, if any. Just expenses, and they give it all. There's lots of wholehearted play, lots of good play as well. People would be surprised at the skill that there is at this level. It's very, very good, and I could see it too from watching, maybe at some games at a lower level in Northern Ireland. There's a big step up to come into the Championship, and it's good football, and you can see the way, say, Loughgall have done this season, going up to the Premier League. They're having a good season, and I think a few seasons ago there was a big gap, and maybe it's not just quite so much now.
And it's pure passion, I love my English football too, my Premiership, but this is proper stuff. This is what we all love. So what
community event to go to matches, and you meet people from other teams, and you meet other supporters, And there's a good camaraderie. Obviously there's competition out on the pitch, but between the other officials and team people and whatnot, there's great spirit among everybody.
I think it's a good watch. It's a good thing. So it is. It's just it doesn't get respect it should get. And honestly, I don't think it does. And I know because we're Northern Ireland, we obviously do get put to the back a wee bit, but it is a really good, it is a good fix. And I think now with the Premier and the Championship, you've good teams coming down, but you've good teams going up. Like Loughgall this year have kicked on, so they have, and fair play to them.
They're doing phenomenal.
They have done very, very well, so they have.
The players are passionate, the supporters are passionate. The standard of football is just getting better and better. Our grassroots is, it's becoming a lot better as well, and we're putting a lot of more funding in that. So the players coming through are so much better, and I think, people support the Premiership, and I do, of course, as well myself, but there's nothing like your local club and local football and just being out at a game and chatting to everybody, and it's a social event as well. It's not just the football. Everybody's friends that come, and whether you go for a drink or you don't go for a drink, they have burgers and chips and you chat, and I suppose it's kind of escapism for some people as well. They look forward to it all week, and they get out to a live game, and there's nothing better.
Andy, finally, what does Ballyclare mean to you?
Everything. It means everything to me. Just the people around the town, just as a buzz this Saturday. I'm here, maybe I put the kid out on a Wednesday night if we're at home. I just love being here from a Wednesday preparation, getting everything in preparation for Saturday. It's fantastic. I just love the place, and I'll be tell them told that I'm not needed anymore. I'll be here every Saturday, home and away.
Means a great deal because I put in a lot of effort. I do most of the business activities around the club, so I put in a lot of effort over the 25 years to get the club to where it is now. And we're planning on putting in a new 3G pitch here within the next year. And as I said, with all the expansion of the club over the last 5 years, it's ginormous what's going to happen here. We actually have future plans to redo the clubhouse here and build in a bit of a community development centre as well, because we're right in the centre of the town here and we're surrounded by schools. So we can make a big impact on Ballyclare as a town.
Well, because I'm born and bred in Ballyclare and all my family are from Ballyclare, it means everything to me. I wouldn't support another Irish club, and it's so nice to see us that we've come up through the leagues and we're in the Championship now. We're getting a lot more funding, hopefully, so our facilities will be improving as well, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, it'll just be nice to just follow that journey with your local club, and hopefully we'll be in the Premiership is the plan, not too much longer.
It just means everything to me. I would be lost on a Saturday without it, or throughout the week. Even when we get beat, I get down for a wee while, and then my wife can always tell when it come in the door what the score's been. But by the next day, I'm looking forward to the next game. So and the other token, if we've won, I'm not confident. And the next day, I'm kind of nervous for the next game. I'm going, oh, what's going to happen? So it's always there. It means a lot to not just me, but everybody here at the club. You can tell, everybody's really invested in it, and it's brilliant for everybody. And you see a lot of younger people coming. It's good when we get younger people involved too. And they can get the same feeling. It's something that they want to do on a regular basis.